It's time for my Week 2 college football top 25. Please keep in mind this ranking is a balance of how good I actually think a team is and also their resume. As we get further in the season, it'll lean more resume based as we go. So we start at the top where Penn State was my number one team in the country. They took care of their business versus Nevada. I have no reason to drop them, but obviously LSU and Ohio State getting the big time victories. I think there's a ton of respect to be had there. I thought for a long time about putting LSU at number one, but to me right now there's no reason to remove Penn State, especially because LSU and Ohio State still showed some flaws, still could have lost those games, but both very impressive wins. LSU getting it done on the road, even more impressive. Georgia, Oregon, Arizona State, and Oklahoma all move up just basically because of other teams falling down. Texas goes from 3rd to 5th for me. The Longhorns did look a little bit sloppy. Obviously, offensively, things were very clunky. Arch did not look great, but they still have some fantastic pieces, and they were competing with Ohio State toe-to-toe with them. They lose by a touchdown. Even the post-game win expectancy favored them. I mean, if they convert that 4th and goal, it's a tie game late there. So I'm not knocking the Longhorns too much for losing that game. I still think they're a fantastic team. We'll see what happens this season. Miami was a team I was apparently too low on. They have done this before where they win a giant game in the non-conference and then kind of falter in November under Cristobal. But I'm showing them respect. That's an awesome win over Notre Dame, bumping them up all the way up to number 9. Clemson, Notre Dame, and Alabama. Clemson was the least alarming loss to me. I still thought they competed very well versus LSU. Notre Dame did have to claw back into that game late, but it did feel a little bit more lopsided in Miami's favor. It kind of felt like Miami just opened the door back for the Fighting Irish. There's some things they do have to figure out, but I still am confident in them as a team. I still think that they have the upside to get back into that top 10 and even top 5. For Alabama, obviously a lot more that looks like a chronic issue and a lot more stuff that did not look very good. I do think Kalen DeBoer and this staff can right the ship still, but it's a tough way to start the season. I spent a lot of time trying to decide where I was going to put Florida State in this ranking. They obviously dominate Alabama. They look really solid, but there's still a few things that could rear their ugly head this season. I'm not going to get too high or too drunk on them after one game, but it was an emphatic performance. So them jumping from not even on this ranking to 19th, that's a massive leap. South Carolina I thought looked crisp, albeit there might be some concerns about the rest of the offense stepping up, but Sellers looks great. The defense looks great again. And then outside of that, Utah jumping into the rankings. The offense looks as explosive as I expected them to be. Washington dropping a little bit for a bit of a sloppy performance against Colorado State. Indiana slipping a little bit as well. That has more to do with teams jumping over them then. And then in the just miss category, we've got Auburn jumping back into there after beating Baylor, looking solid, getting in there. So those are the 5 teams in the just miss. But let me know down in the comments, what do you think of my updated Week 2 Top 25?